Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars, the Black Series, number 8, Stormtrooper, 3 3/4 inch figure. Now first of all you guys, it feels really great to be back doing Star Wars reviews. The last month and a half or so has been the busiest I have ever been with this channel, trying to get through all the new Jurassic World dinosaur toys and looking at the old Jurassic Park toys. And while I love those toys and I love Jurassic World, it just feels really good to have a new Star Wars action figure in hand to review for you guys. Now looking at the packaging here, it's the same as we've seen since last fall with the TIE Fighter pilot on the backdrop. Really like this packaging, and it's really nice to see the TIE Fighter pilots getting some love. Back of the packaging gives us a image of the Stormtroopers from the film in action, and it says, wearing their iconic white armor, these elite Imperial Stormtroopers enforce the Emperor's severe will across the galactic empire. Pretty dramatic. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get our new Stormtrooper figure out of the packaging, and when we come back, we will take a closer look and see how it stacks up. All right, you guys, and here is our Stormtrooper out of the packaging. First impressions here, it looks to be a pretty nicely sculpted figure. Definitely looks to have a really nice sculpt. Coloring seems to be a pretty nice, vibrant white plastic. Of course, with nice deep blacks. Looks pretty good. I do notice that the right leg looks to kind of curve down just a little bit, like it's not perfectly straight, perhaps because of the way it may have been positioned in the packaging or something. Physique of the figure looks to be pretty good. Proportions seem to be pretty much on par with what you would expect for these. Back of the figure, you can see there's a little bit of a slot there. It looks like they may have repurposed the top part of the figure from one of the Sandtrooper action figures. But all in all, looks to be a pretty nicely done figure. It's nice to have, highly articulated Stormtroopers on the shelf once again. And he does come with a couple accessories, which we will look at in just a moment. All right, guys, here's a close-up of the head. From what I can tell, this looks to be an all-new head. It's not the same head that we saw with the vintage original trilogy collection Stormtrooper. And it's not the same head or helmeted mask that came on the vintage collection Stormtrooper many years later. And it's also not the same Stormtrooper figure that Hasbro tried to pass off as a Stormtrooper when it was actually a Sandtrooper when Black Series first started out back in fall of 2013. From what I can tell, it does look like they may have in fact used the Sandtrooper body that's been in use for a little bit now, ever since the one that came with the Walmart dewback exclusive that they had, and then the one that was released later in the vintage collection. It seems like it could be that body. The wide stance kind of seems to point in that direction. Not to mention the fact that the year on the back is 2009, which would line it up around that time frame. The mask is definitely new. That's definitely a new helmet, as far as I can tell. And it doesn't come off. It's just not a helmet or anything. So I like that better. I think that works a little bit nicer and no risk of it falling off. Now, the body does look pretty good. It's got all the nice Stormtrooper details on there that you might expect. And the knee on the left looks to be specifically Stormtrooper as well. But yeah, it's a nice looking body. It's got a lot of articulation, which we'll get into in just a sec. And it looks really good. The belt is also a separately sculpted piece. And it looks pretty good. It's got a holster. And we'll see if it's functional. It probably isn't. In the way of articulation, the Stormtrooper has a ball joint here at the head. Moves pretty nicely. It has ball hinges here at the shoulders. It's got ball hinging at the elbows. Swivels at both of the wrists. Unfortunately, I kind of wanted them to have hinges there as well, but you can't have it all. It's got a ball joint here at the torso. It has hinges at the hips. So it can do those splits and all that fancy stuff. He's got hinging at the knees and then hinging at both of the ankles. So very nicely articulated Stormtrooper figure. In the way of accessories, we get two of them. First of all, we have the Stormtrooper standard Imperial issue blaster that they oftentimes come with. And it looks to be the same one that was packaged with the Snowtrooper figure last year. Pretty nice looking Imperial Stormtrooper blaster. And it's also got the long blaster alongside with it that they ran a run with on the Death Star. This is the same one I think that came with the Vintage Collection Stormtrooper as well. And it does seem to hold its weapons rather well. Well, I really do like this new Stormtrooper figure as well as its helmet. I really do wish that Hasbro would have given it a better helmet. I have the Saga Legends Stormtrooper from last year on the right side, and it just looks better to me. It just looks closer to the film. I really wish that, just that considering this is a brand new release in 2015, I don't really see any reason why they couldn't have done a little bit better with the helmet. It's good, it's just not quite as nice as the one on the Saga Legends Stormy. Alright, you guys, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series, number 8, Stormtrooper, 3 3/4 inch figure. All things considered, this is a pretty nice figure. It's not perfect, but it is definitely way better than the initial 3 3/4 inch Black Series Stormtrooper, which was very, very inaccurate, given that it was essentially just a sand trooper without the pauldron and without the backpack and, painted a brighter white. This is very obviously a Stormtrooper. It is nice. The colors are very nice on it. It's very highly articulated. At this point, I would have liked to have maybe seen some wrists thrown in there, or even some double jointed elbows, just to mix things up and change it up a little bit. But in any case, it is a nice figure. It has nice accessories, and it's nice to have a highly articulated Stormtrooper figure on the shelves once again. So all in all, I think it's a really solid figure. If you like highly articulated Stormtrooper figures, then this is probably going to be the best one out there at this point in time. Hopefully we continue to see Stormtrooper figures evolve in the way of articulation and accuracy. I do recommend it. It's a nice figure. It's very solid, and it will make a great addition to your collection. Alright, you guys, if you like this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. As always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.